Another thing, this isn't actually like old news. This is actually as current as it gets. Something that's happening right now is Kaysen is hosting a $4,000 SND eights on his Twitch channel. So every pro put up $250, and it's all these CDL pros, Abizi, Draza, Scrappy, Hydra, etc. The Optic guys put up $250 each, $4,000, and I think so. You put in the notes that it was Kenny, Shotzi, Ghosty, and Envoy versus Draza, Abizi, Kismet, and Hook in the finals. So obviously, by the time that you're listening to this, the podcast, if you were wanting to watch it, you can probably go back on Kaysen's stream and watch it. It'll be over by the time you listen to it. This is this kind of stuff that we talked about pretty recently. This is the stuff that the CDL should be doing, and I'm not saying they need to ice Kaysen out. Like, say, hey, Kaysen, would you like to host this for us? And like, we can we throw you a few dollars or something along those lines. Like, we just want to be involved in this and or put it on our channel so people can watch it. But yeah, I think this is something the CDL should be taking note of and hopefully get involved in the future.
Dude, I don't even like. Obviously, I just saw this is going on right now, as of 12:40 Eastern on January 16th. Um, so I don't really know like too much about what's going on with this, but like I don't even know what KSAN's actual role in this is outside of just like potentially streaming it if like the players are the ones throwing out the money. Like it has nothing to do with like the CDL saying, "Hey, Kaysan, you want to host this?" Like, host what? If the pros are just playing with their own eighth money, and it's not like he's like matching the money or something, as far
Yeah.
as I know. So, I don't even know. Like, there may it seems like maybe all the pros sent him the monend and he's just
Maybe.
holding on to it to give. I don't know.
I think maybe he
Um,
just said like, "Do you guys want to do this?" And they were
yeah,
like,
but that's what
"Sure,
I'm saying.
that's
Well, so
fine."
like end of the day, like there's nothing stopping the pros really from doing this as far as we're aware, and there have been um those talks at least earlier in the CDL era of like the the less involvement of money eights, and there was the whole phase where players were saying like, "Oh, we'll play for 50 handshakes or 50 fist bumps or whatever it was." Um, if now we got pros throwing $250 and it's publicly stated that that's what's going on, like that I don't see any reason why this sort of stuff. I mean, you could even do it for less than $250 a night and just have something like this happen regularly or semi-regularly or like maybe twice a week. I don't know. Um, it was definitely an encouraging sign, I would say, especially like you said, it's something we talked about, just more content, more stuff to get out there, especially in the wake of potentially some teams not wanting stream. Wow, I can't talk. Scrim streamed and all that stuff. Like that, this could be a potential answer. So we'll have to see if we see more of this going forward or not.
Yeah, and Kaysen put in a follow up tweet. He said, so he tweeted out his stream link. So I'm, assuming he's like in Codcaster or whatever. And then he said, also everyone should be streaming their own POVs. So like,
Nice.
this gives everyone an opportunity to make content
Yeah.
and be a part of something, kind of a community event. And like you said, like you can the CDL if they were to get involved can just say like we're gonna do this on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. Like we're gonna give you a Monday off because it's the beginning of the week after the matches. Everybody can kind of like get away from it for a little bit. And then we're gonna start these SND eights at like 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m. after these teams are done scrimming because they usually scrim during the day or in the afternoon. And we're just gonna do something fun for the community. Sometimes we're gonna do S&D eights. Sometimes we're just gonna do hardpoint eights, so on and so forth. It's something. And like you said, like the CDL, like I think it would be nice to get Kaysen involved because he's been part of like he did the tournament before
Yep.
the CDL season started. He's doing this, so he's making an effort to kind of be a community member that's doing these things. So it would be cool if like they got him and like Zuma or Scump or anybody involved. Like, do you guys want to host this? Do you guys want to just be involved somehow? Um, I think that would be something to to strive for the CDL, and hopefully it happens. We'll see, but it's nice that they're not punishing these guys, at least for the moment. I guess we could wait and see if people get fined tomorrow morning for this, but it seems like the CDL is relaxing their rules about money eights and like kind of the betting aspect of it, even though like it's all kind of betting in a way because you're playing competitive Call of Duty online. Like it's a calculated bet in the end of the day.
I'm just gonna read the KAYSAN tweet because I didn't read the full thing, admittedly, and it kind of goes a little more in depth of what we were just saying too. So his tweet from January 14th: SND 8 Pro Tournament winner takes all tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern. So it started around 4-ish hours ago at the time of recording. Each pro is putting up 250. Some may raise the stakes, so that's where maybe that's like the fine line where it gets in. You can get away with it, and you could say, oh, we weren't playing for money, and maybe that's how they skirt some of this. But then next line, going to try and get these going every Wednesday. I'll be on Codcaster and I'll run an ad-free stream for you guys. So if this is going on every Wednesday, I think that's just a massive W, and that's definitely something I will be tuning in for too going forward. And we might have to do the podcast around it a little bit because if that's going on, it might be fun for us to watch, and we could even talk about some of the stuff going on in that and whatnot. But end of the day, yeah, I think this is it's really good to hear this is potentially going to be a thing going forward.
For sure. And obviously like it should be noted, like the people that really try to help out the community, those people should be applauded and praised as much as possible. Because especially like we come off the heels of like this era of Call of Duty esports and esports in general, where we had people flooding in to like try to make as much money as possible, and then they left like because they got bored or they didn't, they thought this would be like a get rich quick scheme or something, and they left, and like we're still left with the pretty much the same people that we started with. So someone like KAYSAN, who's making an effort to try to host these community events, that's awesome. I hope to see more of them, and like you said, if it's every Wednesday, we should be seeing more of them.